Okay, so there's a video I've been wanting to watch for like ever. Like since like March or something. Really remember when it came out, but we're gonna watch this because it's perfect. It showed up in my recommends and I was instantly interested. It's called he looks so funny. It's called How Not to Get into Gunpla by Jet Kuso. I think this guy, he makes a lot of videos on various topics, I believe. He's not like per se a Gunpla creator, Gunpla content creator, but he's... Oh yeah, he talks about toys, I think. Yeah, he has like a Bakugan video. He's talking about Mr. Beast toys. I don't even know Mr. Beast had a toy line. Yeah, so he does videos on toys. Yeah. But yeah, he did a Gundam video and it got recommended to me. So I've been wanting to watch this. How not to get into Gunpla.
Gunpla, the Funko Pop vinyls of people who still have souls. A weeby hobby for...
No! Oh my god, we did not just start this video with him mentioning Funko Pops! No! It's okay, he said it's for people with souls, but I still... I don't know about the Funko Pop comparison. Does he have a video on Funko Pops, I wonder? Ew, Funko Pops!
Hobby for people with too much self-inflicted shame to have PVC statues of anime girls and whose lives peaked in arts and crafts. Remember that one cute...
Shame in having PVC statues of cute girls! No, there's no shame, but there's always a lack of space, not gonna lie. And besides, this girl plot too. Also, nice Undertale VGM.
That one cute internet interaction where the guy offers to show this girl a pic of his Gundam, and she's like, lol, what a dork. And then he actually does, and then a few years later they're getting married, because they're both hot, and his hobby is a beautiful thing of love, dedication, serenity, attention to detail, and everything else someone could possibly want in a future partner. Well, that could be you.
Wait, this is real? That's real? Wait, that's kind of cute though, not gonna lie. That's funny that she didn't actually expect him to send a picture of his Gunpla. Yeah, a colorful pile of shame. Yeah, it's still shameful nonetheless if it's a pile. Yeah, to be fair, girl figures are so expensive. Oh yeah, Girlpla is quite expensive too. Yeah. Why am I being attacked? Nyakama, you have hope. You have hope according to this guy. You could slide into a cute girl's DMs and ask her if she wants to see your Gunpla.
But you don't want to watch 5 million episodes of giant robots fighting each other first. Ah, did I say giant robots fighting? That sounds way too cool. I meant space politics.
Space politics. Yeah, the fighting is part of it. Oh yeah! The average religion and politics enjoyer is crazy.
Hi, I'm Jet Kuso, and
I like this guy. He's funny. He's very enthusiastic. To be fair, who doesn't want to see someone passionate about something? Oh yeah, for real. Especially if it's like something like, you know, creative. Yeah. Yeah, it's something nice to be passionate about. Until you show her your spendings on these things, you know. But she doesn't need to see that. That could come later, right?
Kuso, and I got into Gunpla building before I had ever watched a single episode of a Gundam anime.
Real.
And still, only years and years later have I begun dipping my grubby little piggies into the warm, unwelcoming waters of Gundam's expansive media empire. Ooh. It is not a simple task.
Oh my god.
With seemingly dozens of timelines spanning centuries, each
Wait, I need to find this graphic somewhere. Is this from Reddit? I've seen a graphic like this for Steins Gate before. I guess it would make sense Gundam has one too. Yeah, there's so much anime. Wait, there's this guy on Twitter I've been seeing on my feed lately because he gets recommended to my feed. And he's like marathoning all the Gunpla anime shows, Gundam anime shows. And I'm like, oh my gosh, how is he doing it so fast?
task, with seemingly dozens of timelines spanning centuries, each remixing the basic elements of the franchise to tell heartbreaking, epic narratives about countless themes, like child soldiers.
Yeah!
The fact that it's bad to have child soldiers, how it feels to be a child
Guys,
soldier,
war is
what
bad.
to do about all of these child soldiers, and of course, twinks.
We need the twinks. Yeah, being in Gundam is suffering, guys.
But you don't need to watch the twinks to enjoy the meditative pleasure of Gunpla.
No, you do.
The satisfaction of putting the last pieces in place, and the fact that at the end, you
Fanboys
get a
also.
really freaking cool action figure. You can just do it right now. No knowledge, no experience with the show, nothing. It isn't
Yeah.
even expensive. Many of them are some of the most detailed figures that you can get in their
Oh,
price
that's
range.
Barbie.
But more on that later.
Barbie.
My point is, you don't need to watch the shows, and you don't need to know
Is this
anything.
Ariel?
But if you want to know something about the kits before you get into it, or you
I want this kit. I want the Ariel.
need to know
The permit score details are really nice.
anything, but if you want to know something about the kits before you get into it, or even if you're never going to get into it at all and you're curious what those boxes on the shelf mean whenever you go to a comic book shop, this is the video for you.
Oh my gosh, wait. It's a new Gundam. I built that.
Shelf mean
The
whenever you go to
entry.
a comic book shop.
Grade 1.
This is the video for you.
This one. I built it with Yuki and Yuna. Yeah. Who are also gonna be an Offkai, by the way. I can't wait to see them.
ガンダムの世界からリアルモデルへの
Oh my
革
gosh.
新を開いた
I love the narrator.
バンダイプラモデルシリーズ
Bandai プラモデルシリーズ
When I was little more than a nibble of French fry among
I
the
dream
onion
about that.
rings, Gundam made me mad. I was brand loyal
Oh.
to Transformers at the time, and for some reason I
Oh.
thought Gundam was like a ripoff or something.
I see.
Some kind of a pretender, stealing valor from my favorite brand. No brand but mine gets to give their robots boxy thighs like these. But by my late teens, thank God my flavors had matured. And I figured
Flavors.
I'd give the kits a try, starting with this guy, right here, with the red and the katana and the power of
Ooh,
God and anime
Astray?
on his side. At
Is that the Astray Red? Yeah, dude, he looks so cool with the katana.
the time, I didn't know what show it was from, but now I still don't. I picked it because it looks sick as hell and for no other reason. That's just an example of the
Ooh.
symbiosis between the anime half and the kit building half of the fandom. Either you find a robot that you really like that makes you want to watch the anime that it's from, or you
Yeah.
watch an anime because the art is cute and there's best friends in it.
Not the Yuri! I mean, the Yuri was a great part of that show. Yuri! Yeah! We love Yuri! Yeah, I mean, I like, you know, you guys know I like the narrative Gundam, and I haven't even seen narrative, so sometimes you just fall in love with the design, you know? But also, it gives it more meaning when you know the context, too. If you've seen the show.
And that makes you want to build the robots from that series. All of this is valid. Queen, you are valid.
You're
oh God, she's
valid.
killing people. Oh, that's a child. I want
Murder!
the Twinks back. No.
Murder! Yeah! Murder!
宇宙の彼方に繰り広げられるロマン
Wait,
の
this is so
輝き
cute!
機動戦士ガンダム今プラモデルで蘇る
Wait, this is such a cute
Gunpla is a
commercial.
bit of a strange word. It's the official term for official Gundam model kits. These kits stray far from what many people think of when they hear the term model kit. I grew up building monster figure kits from the 1960s.
Oh.
Glue together kits that you paint yourself, that don't
Cool.
pose at all. In contrast, Gunpla are
your sleep paralysis demon be like. Get your friends into Gunpla, this ultimate suffering. Look, I always say this, but Hiragi Papa, the great wise words of my father, Hiragi Papa. Misery loves company. Hee hee.
Gunpla are snap-together models, requiring no glue,
I love the
no
snap.
brushes, no paint. But that doesn't stop people. What you get at the end is
Wait, that looks so cool. What the hell? Whoa! Whoa, how did they get that effect? Wow, that's really cool. Yeah, I like that. Really looks like a scene out of the show or something. or like a game. Yeah, that's a really cool diorama. Yeah.
The end is very much a toy. A highly detailed, highly posable toy. Often
Play with
not
your toy.
particularly,
Oh no.
robust, but we'll touch
Falling
on that
apart.
later. It's the building process that keeps me coming back. I think it awakens
Yeah.
the Bionicle kid in me. Perhaps not the version that'd craft custom monstrosities in the dark hours of the night, but the kid who would dutifully follow the instructions, each page followed with rapt attention, building as a process of unfolding, unveiling.
Yeah, you like lock in. Yeah, I know what he means because I also felt the awakening when I built my first kit.
Revealing what secret lies within the parts, as a sculptor discovering what figure rests within the marble column. Build complexity, and in many cases the scale of the kits, are divided by grade, e.g. the grades are e.g., HG, RG,
Yep.
MG, PG, PG-13, and R. My first...
That was good. That was real good. I did not see that coming. R. PG-13. R.
is a high grade, a perfect place for an adult beginner to start. You'll find lots of small parts fitting together in unexpected ways, a daunting task at a glance, but it only takes a handful of hours to complete a full kit. You can bust out a high-grade kit in an afternoon, and you'll get a figure more detailed than anything you can buy pre-built.
Hey, you skipped entry grade.
I'm aware.
Entry grades.
Are you a baby? Then you don't need entry grade.
But I've never built one before, and
You don't need them.
Sorry.
I feel called out. I enjoy entry grade kits. They're a great introduction, in my opinion. Especially if you've never built model kits before. I think entry grades deserve, some love. I'm just saying, even if I'm a baby, I guess. It's okay. There's no shame in being babu sometimes, Pokemon kits work great. Oh yeah, Pokemon kits count as entry grades too, right? That's literally what they're for. What's the EG slander? Yeah, EGs are easy, they're easy. What about the EGs? Yeah, entry grade requires no tools, and that alone is good justification. I believe so too, because once you start thinking about tools, it gets a bit daunting, Anyways.
Good boy. My second kit was a real grade, the gold frame Amatsu Mina. The complexity jump between HG and RG is actually fairly significant, but not so much that I wasn't able to complete the build. It took me a few days of on and off work.
He's got nails. Look, slay. Look at those nails. Just like me. He's got claws, though.
Not so much that I wasn't able to complete the build. It took me a few days of on and off work, and I'll admit, I still haven't gone up in grade from there. I'm sure I could handle a master grade, but they're a larger scale than the 1/144th that I'm used to, and they can get a lot more expensive. Did I mention high grades are actually really affordable? I'm talking 20 bucks or less for a lot of them. Cheaper than a bad Transformer these days. That's the reward for doing the assembly labor part yourself rather than getting foreign children to do it. Because ultimately it's just runners of cast plastic tossed into the box with some instructions. No
evil,
paint,
but
no
true.
factory assembly, so they're cheap as dirt when you consider the result. You will miss a step or two and fail to put tiny gasket number 42 where it goes while you're building the leg, and have to disassemble the whole leg to put in the gasket, then reassemble it.
Oh my god.
Then realize you put in the left version of tiny gasket number 42 in the right leg, and the right version into the left leg, but it's all good. I'm doing well, how are you? If high grades and real...
No, Gunpla trauma. when you mess up, it happens, sometimes. Yeah, that's why you can buy Bandai's $6 parts separator like me. You don't need it, but It's like, why did I spend money on this gimmicky thing? But I mean, it does help. It's because it's so easy to mess up sometimes. Break it. Buy another one. We only have 18 HE aerials. We could. Oh my gosh, Ariel! Oh my gosh, I want an Ariel, but I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna be responsible though, and wait to clear my backlog a bit, and wait for the MGSD Ariel. Yeah, you guys think I'll follow that? $6 hiya! $6 on a piece of, I don't know, resin, plastic to fix my baby mistakes on Gunpla. I almost cried when that problem happened. Yeah, it's like, no, please. Yeah, but don't worry. Oh, most times you can figure it out. It just hurts your hands a bit to disassemble everything.
I'm doing well. How are you? If
I'm doing
high
okay.
grades and real grades are normally priced, perfect grades are the devil's bargain. If someone has told you that Gunpla is an expensive hobby,
We're jumping
it's
to
because
perfect
they're
grades?
a freak who only buys perfect grades. The day I start buying these kits is the day I am lost to the world outside, resigned at last to give no more of
Wait, I
myself.
want one. That looks so.
Regardless of grade,
Wait,
you'll get
wait. That size looks so nice. I want one. I want to take it around with me. Take him on dates, and we can go get dinner together. He'll be sitting across from me, and then afterwards we can go watch a movie together. Yeah, he's so tall, so handsome. Oh my.
You'll get as much out of Gunpla as you're willing to put in. Any kit, from the simplest to the least simplest, can be elevated to great heights with enough love and care. If you want to file down the rough edges where you've snipped the part off of the runner, it'll look better. If you want to panel line each and every detail to make your kit look worn, real, larger than life, you can do that. Maybe you should do that. Maybe you shouldn't manually snap the parts off of the runners with applied shear forces.
Oh my gosh, that's chaotic. Holy shit. Emuri dayon. Am I interrupting? Well, too bad. Did you know that only like 4% of you guys are subscribed? I would appreciate if you guys subscribe because it would bring me great joy and motivation. Yeah, please subscribe. Thank you. If they're not entry grade and you're doing that, sometimes it just fall off. But if you're doing that anyways, oh my gosh, chaos. That's chaotic evil.
Turning your commenters into rabid beasts out for blood. Well, sorry, but I'm not here to have a perfect, pretty model. I'm here to have fun. Comedy is meant to challenge people. I didn't mean to trigger your woke sensibility. Oh, this is nice, actually. Ooh.
This guy is so freaking funny. Yeah, me prior to sponges, I don't need to sand. Me after getting those fancy god hand sanding sponges gifted to me by Zephyr, I was like, ooh, these are nice. Yeah. You're not a believer till you try it. What is this?
Level 5 Gundam, 17 hours.
What? What is this?
Level 4, greetings.
Gundam, what's your level?
Why is this so edgy?
You're gonna be sitting.
What? What is your commitment? Wait, that was a commercial from back in the day? What? I need to see that again.
Level 4, greetings.
Gundam, what's your level of commitment?
How committed are you? Yeah, you have to show how toxic of a gamer you can be when building your Gunpla model kits. This was playing in the early 2000s on TV? Wow. This was back when Wing was on Toonami. Of course. That's great. Oh my gosh. Foot in the door is not literal, but it can be. It has to be called foot in the door for a reason. You guys have seen this. That's really funny. Yeah, I didn't really watch a whole lot of TV growing up. Like, just like stuff that aired on TV. Yeah, so I didn't know this existed, but that was great.
You're gonna be sitting a lot if you get into Gunpla. It's a
Oh,
sitter's
God.
hobby. Perfect
Yeah.
for all of the sit maxers out there.
Sitting
But sitting
maxers?
for a long time can be
Me.
a bit painful in the wrong chair. Hours of sitting requires a chair worthy of sitting in it for hours.
You guys gotta invest in a Herman Miller chair now. Not that I have one. I would love to try one. My chair is just like some office chair, to be honest. I think it was like $100. Oh yeah, what was the leveling thing in the commercial? Yeah, they used to do a level system. Oh, so instead of like, I guess they didn't want to say like HG, RG. They thought it was like, I guess, too confusing or something. They used to do a level system. Oh, I have some of their old releases from Kmart of all places. Kmart! Oh my gosh! Yeah, the prices. Yeah, Herman Miller, it's like known to be expensive, but a really good chair. Apparently, allegedly. I haven't sat on one before. A lot of people get their Herman Miller secondhand. Some HGs were like level 2 to 3. MG was like level 4. Oh, I see. They're like, dumb Americans wouldn't understand the Gundam grading system. we gotta assign them levels. Yeah, it was all about the level of commitment, true.
Which is where I'd recommend the C7 Max by FlexiSpot,
Oh,
the sponsor of this
my
video.
God,
You thought I was
sponsored!
giving you information. Gotcha! I'm not someone who
Got
tends to
him.
sit still. I shift
That's
a lot,
crazy.
and the C7 perfectly adjusts with me.
that's a nice looking
the
chair, though.
entire backrest moves up and down. The lumbar rest moves in and out.
Ooh.
The seat tilts. The armrests. The armrests!
Whoa.
Whether I'm typing, gaming, or filing my little Gundam nibs, it's easy to put the arms right where I need them. And if I ever want to take some weight off of my spine, bam! You
That's
get
nice.
it. Visual storytelling. Look,
And hopefully it doesn't squeak either. Yeah, gaming is real. I wanna save up and gift Husbando a nicer chair because his current chair, it's like another one of those, you know, okay-ish office chairs, but like it's like super squeaky. Oh my god, you guys, you gotta. I could make a voice pack off of his chair. Husbando chair voice pack. It's insanely squeaky. He needs to put some WD-40 on it or something. I don't know, whatever it was called. You know what I'm talking about? But like, it's like, yeah, we got a WD-40-ish chair. It's actually insane how much it squeaks. I've sat on one. I thought Secret Lab was nicer to sit in, but it's preference. Oh, you know what's funny? Because Secret Lab, I think, did a collab with Gundam. Yeah, the Gundam chairs looked really nice. I haven't sat on Secret Lab before either, though. I would be down to go, like, window shopping, except I get to sit on a bunch of chairs, you know? And try them out. Moody noises ASMR. Anyway.
rest, footrest.
Nice.
I've never had a chair this adjustable, this customizable to my sitting needs. Problems. The talking points they sent say the chair is great for people who sit over 8 hours a day.
Oh my god,
and
me.
I'm sure it is. But also, don't do that. Take breaks, be mobile,
I'm sorry.
drink water, and quit jobs that don't let you. Quit your job.
I don't have a
If you
job
need
to
more
quit.
incentives, the C7 Max has a 30-day
sort of,
return policy and a 10-year warranty with replacements for damaged parts. You can use my code in the description to get the best price possible. You gotta have a comfortable chair to support your daily work and gaming. So check out the FlexiSpot
Wait,
C7
how much does it
Max on the
cost?
FlexiSpot website, or if you're on a budget, you can check out
Oh, a
the
couple
C7
hundred.
base model, which is on clearance sale now.
Clearance, $350.
All in
Dang.
all, building is a unique
Good chairs are expensive. Even Secret Labs is like 400 or so, right? I don't remember, but yeah, 400. Oh my god. Yeah, because even like a dingy office chair is like $100. You know what I mean? So chairs are expensive. Why does it cost so much to sit, guys? Like, come on. It's almost like we shouldn't be sitting. Maybe this is like society trying to get us to stand more, you know? Sitting costs too much. Takamura Takako, hello! Secret Lab kind of comfy? I gotta try them out sometime. The cushioning looks comfy on it. And that's probably USD, so at least another 100 for me. Yeah! Imagine a Herman Miller chair, yeah. Who is a squeaky toy in Emuri's body? Ma, that dang cat is outside again. I didn't know I was so good at making the squeaky noise. I've heard, guys, I've had to hear that squeaky chair for long enough that I have become the squeaky chair. Steel case gesture, my beloved. Oh, I heard Steel case has actually pretty good chairs too. It costs $0 to touch grass though. VTubers touching grass? Nah. VTubers and VTuber fans touching grass? Nah. Imagine touching grass. Off-Kai Expo is some of our excuses to touch grass. I don't know.
now. All in all, building
Nice
is
effects.
a unique joy, which is what Tarzan thought the first time he went into a house. Whenever a long time has passed without me having built a Gundam, I start getting cravings.
Oh,
I don't have
me too.
the
Actually,
strength to
it's an
stay away
addiction.
from you anymore.
Don't.
It's an
I want
addiction.
to sink back into the throes of a new kit, lose myself in the assembly. Perfectly balanced between thought, puzzle solving, and a total flow state where nothing can bother me. I display my Gundams much more proudly than any other toy because I know that I did that.
Yeah.
I made those. They were nothing before me.
Yeah, they really were nothing before you. Yeah, I don't know. Just the whole process can be very engaging and rewarding. I'd imagine Emily squeaked to be a Twitch redeem. Should I make it a Twitch redeem? That might be a funny redeem, yeah. Emily dayon! Did you know that the clips here are all taken from my streams? So if you'd like to catch me real time or see everything, be sure to subscribe to my main channel! Please and thank you! Now sit back and enjoy the rest of the video!
Are they good to play with? Are they really action figures? No. Yes, but no. But yes,
But they look nice.
They far surpass most action figures, holding poses better, more range of motion in the joints, the aforementioned detail. But I wouldn't trust a young kid with one.
No.
Entry grade, maybe, but the rest trend toward the more delicate, with some parts falling off kind of easily because so many components are only friction fit into place. There's always at least one problem part that wiggles free on each kit when I try to pose it. It's definitely a more limited sort of play than you'd get from your GoBots, and the higher you go, the more careful you have to be, which is what Tarzan thought when he was first learning to swing from vines.
Why does it keep bringing up Tarzan? Also, to be fair, if you spend so much time building a model, then you probably don't have much time left because we're all adults and we don't have time to actually play with the toys we built. So maybe like not being able to really play with them is an okay thing. Anyways.
Gunpla are such a popular part of this fandom that there's a running anime that isn't about giant robots, but a universe where Gundam is an anime and Bandai does make plastic Gunpla kits and kids build the
I need to
kits
watch this.
in the show, and then they also still somehow fight each other. It's a hot
I saw a meme on the show today on my Twitter feed. I think it's like something about this kid's, like this guy on the screen right now. Like his dad is like the happiest man in the Gundam universe or something, and he has like a hot wife, something like that. Yeah, wait, why are we thinking the same thing? Wait, our neurons connected. What the hell? Yeah, Takako, what the heck? Yeah, I hear the mom from the show. The mommy. Yeah, I heard she's pretty good, and everyone's like, looks at the dad and goes like, it should have been me, not him.
And then they also still somehow fight each other. It's a hobby anime like Beyblade and others. I haven't watched it, but from what I can tell, they use special particles to animate the physical plastic and control them like it's a video game, which seems like a world-changing technology.
I wish this was
being used
real.
for something of very little consequence. But go off. Have fun! In the show, the better your build quality is, the better your Gundam's stats are. Like if you filed all of the nibs, painted
crazy.
and panel-lined it, or made custom modifications, that translates directly to combat supremacy. This level of detail I was describing earlier isn't something for weirdos and obsessives. This is how Bandai wants you to engage with Gunpla. They want you to spend more time and put more effort into making the kits look nice.
Oh my gosh, a sticker.
Obviously, you shouldn't have to. And if the ease of rushing the process is what it takes to make you want to start building in the first place, by all means, that's what I did. Better not perfect than not done. Yet the more Gunpla I've built, the more I've learned to proceed with respect, with love, and to focus, for once,
and
on
love.
Process more so than results. My commenters on that other video were right to cringe at me for breaking parts off of the runners.
Yeah, you gotta indulge in the process and the art, you know? And take your time with it. Yeah, and that way your Gunpla's power levels will be more powerful than others. Just like in the show.
Not because I was doing it wrong, but because I was depriving myself of part of the joy. I built this real grade for this video with all the tricks. Flush cutters, files, sanding blocks, panel lining.
It looks
And
nice.
I can't argue with the results. Not just the model. The model obviously looks beautiful, yes. But
Ariel looks so good from the back, you know? I don't mean that sexually or anything. I'm just like, damn, that's a nice back shot. Wow, he showed Gundam feet. He sure did. Dude, Gundams have nice feet. Gunpla kits have really nice feet. That's something I pointed out early on when I first started building them. I was like, damn, these feet are detailed. Like, it's actually crazy. Ariel cheeks. Yeah, not gonna lie.
down and proceeding with care brought so much more to it than I'd ever had before. I didn't just build it, I crafted it, made it my own, made it unique.
Wow, what a nerd.
I wouldn't have had that kind of patience when I first started with the hobby, when I was younger. But now I've seen just how lovely the process can be. Because as they say,
we love
when
nerds
it comes
here.
to journeys, it's not about the destination. It's about the child soldiers. This is Jet Kuso, and I'll see you next time.
It's about the child soldiers we found along the way.
patreon.com/JetKuso, who are the only reason I have to make the videos that I am able to make. More specifically, thank you to my diamond patrons Lucid Lana, Chuka Bear, and Razu Ryan. My Titan patrons
That was a good video.
Kusano, Banana Jones, Chell, Gavin Greenlee, and Douglas Fern. My hyper patrons Trouble, Motorios, Oreo,
patrons.
Bretleen Mansky, Pleco Pleco, Forest DC, Heartline Die, and new hyper patrons.
It's a
Kevin
name reading
Hodge
rap
and
session.
Sam Caesar. Speaking of new patrons, we've got Hate Incarnate at the base patron tier, alongside Steven
Ariel
Jack
is back.
and XTK Kai or XT Kakai or
Me when I'm trying to read names.
Kai. It's up to you. Thanks so much.
I actually want to watch him yap about other things now. He was really fun to listen to. Yeah, good video. gonna subscribe. Yeah, check out Jack Kuso. Yeah.